about our RiQ friend, but first we're going to introduce ourselves. My name is Dalton Grover, and I'll go. I am a curriculum coordinator here at PCS Adventures, and I have a bachelor's in global studies.
And my name is Carl Barcroft, and I am a lab instructor here at PCS Adventures, and I'm also the head of the space program, as well as an electrical engineering student with an emphasis in embedded systems. If you'd like to go to the next slide here.
Perfect. All right, so we'll give you a quick overview of what we're going to be talking about today. First, we'll introduce you to the basics of what RiQ includes. Then we're going to go into his hardware, the brain, the software, which is the programming environment called the Cortex. From there, we'll move on to the two different types of robotics kits that we offer, retail or the educator package. We'll give some time for Q&A, and we encourage all of you guys to stick around because we will be choosing one lucky webinar winner to take home a retail package. All right, so let's get started. Next slide, please. Perfect. All right, so RiQ, like I said, this has two components. It has the brain, which is the microcontroller, right? And then the programming environment, which is the Cortex, which we'll be going into later. One of the benefits of getting RiQ versus some other robotics building kits on the market right now is that he's easy and fast to build. Students are programming quickly. All of his parts are pretty heavy duty. We use Fischer Technic components. So these are a German-based building construction company. And but what's great is this is just a starter kit. From there, you can use the microcontroller and build with anything from Lego to Kinects. Anything you can build, RiQ can work with. All right, from there, it comes with a powerful rechargeable battery. So provides consistent power, only takes about 15 minutes to recharge, an hour to run. And then, in addition to that, we've got a lot of sensors that provide a lot of extra challenges and invention opportunities for whoever is using RiQ. And we'll show you those later.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of those, let's go over the brain. The main piece of RiQ is an Arduino-based microcontroller. What we have done with this microcontroller, though, is made it really, really simple for anybody to use. So we've replaced all the pins with actual stereo jacks, so it's nice and simple to plug in. And as for those ports that we have 4 ports for a DC motor, we have 4 ports for servo motors, and then we have 8 ports on the side for I/O sensors. So input-output, and then we actually have 2 of them are specifically just input. But yeah, you can connect up a variety of sensors to that. Also with the brain, it comes coupled with a Bluetooth controller here. So this allows you not only to program the device, but it also allows you to control the RiQ. The Bluetooth also works with tablets, and the RiQ is the first microcontroller to be able to be programmed on a tablet and also to be run from a tablet. So you can not only, with your mobile tablet, you can not only create your code, but you can then compile it, transfer it to the brain, and then run it from that tablet. Really great device. If you're using a PC, we also have a USB connection that you can use, or if your PC has Bluetooth, it can also go through the dongle. And then the power connection is at the top there. It runs off of like Dalton said, a 11.1 volt lithium polymer battery, so you have stable power for up to an hour, and it only takes 15 minutes to recharge, which is awesome. So while you're coding, it can be charging, and then when you're done, you have an hour to make your robot do what you want it to do. It's a really great device. So with these ports here, not only with the motors, but you can the RiQ package comes with a complete set of sensors. We're actually going to go over all those sensors that you have available to you. Oh.
All right, there we go.
Sorry. So for the first set of sensors, we have the touch sensors, which basically allows you to do several different things. You can either turn the device on with a touch sensor, or you can have the device react to that touch sensor. We have one program right here that will actually react to the touch sensor here. Demonstrate that. Yeah, perfect. Another one of our sensors is an ultrasonic sensor. What that allows you to do is allows you to program the robot to recognize when it's coming close to an object. So it's basically a distance measure. So yeah, there we go. You see it reacting. Does a little spin around, changes its direction anytime it's about to run into an object. Awesome little sensor. There's a lot you can do with it. The next sensor that comes equipped with the packaging is IR sensors. You can use them for a ton of different programs. You can use it to communicate with the device, or you can use it to recognize when something is light or dark. This RiQ we have programmed to follow a line. So it follows this black line on the brain here. So you can see it alternating or correcting its course right there. Perfect. And then the last sensor that comes coupled with the package is a light sensor. What this does basically is it's a photoresistor and allows you to detect when there is light or when there is darkness. One of the programs that actually comes coupled with it is with the Discover package. Is a little light program where you can shine a light on it and it'll run away from the light. This guy right here, we have a program to actually detect when there's no light, and he basically shuts off when his light is blocked off from the sensor. And the sensor's at the top there. We'll demonstrate this here real quick. There we are. So yeah, so those are the sensors that come coupled with each package. There's a ton of stuff. Oh, and also actually, one of the things, the last one on that slide there is the LEDs. And we kind of showed you this a little bit with the touch sensor, but let me actually face it towards the camera so you can see. This program actually ran with, every time it was going a certain direction, the LEDs would light up, and I'll show you the back there. So you can use the LED sensor basically to indicate direction of the motor. You can just have it to be flashy. Either way, the LEDs are a great way to actually show something is working, and that's a great fundamental basic of programming. That is that programming meets electrical engineering. So all those sensors come coupled with both packages, and now we're going to move into the software.
Yes. All right. Next slide, please. All right, so we're going to explain a little bit about the Cortex here. This is our trademark programming environment. It's a drag and drop program, so we basically gamified programming for kids and anyone of any age to learn very quickly, easily. So we've got the different commands over here. We'll drag and drop, and then you can easily send and compile these programs straight to your RiQ and get programming in minutes. Like I said, so you can either use the Cortex on your PC or computer using a USB, and then you can use your tablet with the Bluetooth dongle that we include in the package.
With both iOS or Android, works with both?
Yes, except you do need a different Bluetooth dongle for iOS because they run on low energy. All right, so I think we are going to...
Now get a demonstration of the user interface.
Yeah, we'll pull it up for you.
So this, what you're seeing right now is the profile view of the Cortex software. So this is where you're able to create a new user, or basically select an existing user that will have a set of applications associated with it. So click on the RiQ there. Profile, you'll see a set of built-in programs. These programs give you a great start in how to work with the RiQ. There's everything from using the accelerometer to all the touch sensors to just basic motor commands. And then, of course, with the Discovery package for educators, there's a great booklet that shows you step-to-step guides on how to do everything. So right now I'm going to show you a really quick overview of how the interface looks here. So if we select the accelerometer package there, you'll see that it already has a nice setup there with all the commands here. And this is what is called the coding workspace. So this is where you'll actually build out the code for the brain. And it's a great, like Dalton said, a great graphical interface. So this gives those just getting started with embedded systems or just getting started with programming, a very visual sense of how coding works. And so you'll see with every program there is a main function and an end. These are basic coding concepts. Your program always basically runs in the main, and you always end all of your code. So you always put that end cap to all of your code. On the side, on the left-hand side here, we have all of our commands that we can issue the brain. The first one is the orange tab there, and this gives you the set of motor commands. So in here you have your DC motors, your servo motors, and you have the basic commands for them, turning them on and off, and how long they'll operate. The next set of commands are your procedural commands. This includes the things such as main and end, but also if you're doing a separate procedure, you can section that out with the tools in here. The blue tab includes numbers and sensors. So this will allow you to basically, when you set your motor on for a specific time limit, you can use the number function, but it's also how you activate all your sensors, from your LEDs to your touch sensors. This is where you basically select all those commands. The green tab is for anybody who's done some programming. You'll recognize these. These are your logic commands. These are one of the more fundamental sets of commands that you use in programming. Your if statements and your for loops. You'll definitely utilize these a lot, especially when you're interacting with your sensors. And then last but not least, we have miscellaneous commands. And this just includes items such as if you want the program to wait for a specific set of time, or play a note, or just beep. You can get some of those commands in there. Now for after they've built out their program, such as what we have displayed here is that accelerometer program, they can then utilize the UI canvas. And actually, the UI canvas allows you to import controls that you can then use in your coding workspace. So right now we have the accelerometer already in there. So but at the top here, the green tab, this gives you your physical sensors. So these are the things that actually you can see the input coming into the robot. So for instance, we have a light sensor here. So if you use the light sensor, you can detect how much light is coming in. You have the IR sensor, which you can detect how bright or dark the line is, or whether or not you're receiving a signal. And then the other green icon there is for your sonic sensor, and that allows you to kind of detect your distance and see and make sure you know how sensitive your RiQ is. And you can use these not only to get readouts, but also use them to debug. So if your robot isn't responding the way you like, you can see the levels that he's receiving from his environment. Next we have the blue tab, which contains your virtual sensors. And these are the sensors that are actually on your device itself. So this includes the accelerometer. It includes a microphone. So if we drag a little microphone out there, as you can actually tell, it's giving some readout there from my voice. And then there's other tools that you can use, like your GPS and your compass on your device. And then lastly, the orange tab here has actual physical controls to control the motors on your device. So we have a joystick right here that you can then use to push up and down. And then we have a power control right here. You can use this to adjust the power horizontally here. And all these guys, as soon as you add them into your UI canvas, you're then able, it creates a variable in your coding workspace, and you're able to drag. As soon as you drag a sensor over, it'll automatically recognize that you have these controls on your UI canvas. Once you've got a program built out, such as this, you're then, if you'd like, there's another tab at the very top that allows you to view your Arduino code. So this includes the C code. So if you'd like to build out on here and then maybe expand on it, there's a copy feature up in the top there that you can actually copy the code. and then import it into the Arduino IDE, and from there you can actually manipulate the code as you would like. We have the Brain header and C files online for you to download, so if you want to take this from beginner to advanced, you can do that very easily. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of the versatility of this device, actually...
Do you want to do a quick program?
Yeah, let's actually do a quick program.
All right, let's create one.
Let's go back to our profile window, and then we'll create a new program. And as you can see, it starts with the main and the end, and then all you do is you just hold down the end and drag it away. And then we'll go into our motor commands here, and we'll select our motor, first guy there, motor command. And right now, automatically, it's selected for motor A. But if we just click on it there, it gives you the option to select any one of those 4 ports, motor A, B, C, or D. We're going to want to control 2 motors, so we're going to control A and B. So we'll select A and B. And we'll click out of there, and then we're going to want those motors to be on for, say, 3 seconds. So we'll set the on for command underneath the motor there, and then we'll go into our number and sensor tab here, and we will select the number guy and drag that over. And then the number command is set to tenths of a second. That's how the brain recognizes time. So in order to get 3 seconds, we'll set this to 30. There we go. And then we'll drag the end cap back onto the program. And we'll program that in. And then when you click on the bottom little check mark there, that's where you can see whether or not you're connected to your device. And you can also use, that's also where you'll find your buttons to compile and then run your program. All right, and so we have this guy already programmed here. Let's turn him on here. He should go for 3 seconds here. Oh, maybe 3 seconds was a little bit too long here. But yeah, that was basically it. It was a simple program to have him run straight for a few seconds there. And as you can see, it's extremely easy to use. Drag and drop features, the UI is really nice to use, and that logical progression that you see visually is exactly the way you would code when you get down to the actual brass tacks of the C language. So.
For any of you educators out there that may not be very familiar with programming, this interface is super user-friendly, so it's not intimidating at all. Anyone can use it. So that's what makes this great. You can not only learn yourself, but easily teach your kids.
Yeah, definitely. And like I was talking about a little while ago with the Arduino code, this, while it has a very beginner atmosphere here, it is definitely designed to be utilized with an advanced user as well. You can do so many things with the brain outside of just your basic RiQ. You can use the brain to, if you have more connects, you can build bigger and better things with the brain and have it control every aspect from turning to powering the motors to basically controlling very minute movements with, say, servos. Mm-hmm. And you can also use the brain with other construction toys, such as your Lego or your Kinects. Like right here, we have a version of the RiQ connected to Legos here. So if you have some existing construction toys that you'd like to use it with, you can definitely do that. The brain comes with connectors for all those things.
Mm-hmm. And that's another reason why we don't like to give RiQ pre-made. It'll give you and whoever uses RiQ a lot of ability to expand on it. It's very flexible to use. And if you're even creative, you can link it up to something like this.
Which we will be doing
this week.
Yep, this week. So we're going to be using the brain to control this giant solar-powered RC car here. So
yeah, pretty exciting. Very versatile.
Very versatile. All right, so now that we've gone through the software, we've gone through how versatile the unit is, we're going to go over the different packages that are offered that you can actually take home with you today if you'd like. Well, maybe not today. It'll take a little bit to ship, but yeah. But you can order it online. There's two different versions. One is the retail package, and the other one is the educator or discovery package. Yeah. And I'll have Dalton go over the discovery package here.
Okay. So this package is a little bit more extensive than our retail package. It includes everything to build RiQ, as well as some other extra pieces to start getting your students understanding how to program, how to use motors. They do a motor testing station. Basically, the workbook here, includes over 30 projects. We go through 4 units of programming and robotics, and each unit builds upon the next. So they've got many different extensions and abilities to move on. But this is great for any classroom setting. Small groups of students can use it. And even if you want a little bit extra for your home set, maybe you can go for this one. And this one is great price, just under $280.
Oh. Yeah. And so the retail unit, go back over this guy here. We kind of talked a lot about what's already included. You have everything, all your sensors, your brain, and some Fisher Technics to actually build out the RiQ. This unit, the retail unit, comes with 6 different programs that you can utilize. It also comes with the software that's necessary, Bluetooth dongle. It's a great kit. You can get it actually this holiday season. You can get it for under $200. It's normally $230. But yeah, so take advantage of that as a 10% discount. It's only going on for this holiday season. So. And
don't forget that both of these kits not only come with the hardware, but the software. So we'll be including a CD, but on our website you'll also be able to download different versions depending on what you need: Windows, iOS, Android, OS X. I believe will also be available on the App Store and Google Play.
Yeah, so those are our packages, and now we'll actually open it up for any questions that the audience may have.
We'd love to hear some.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a question from Sylvia Benoit.
How's it going, Sylvia?
How many builds are included with the original Discover Robotics package or curriculum?
So the curriculum package?
This one, there's 30, but then there are extensions and challenges that go along with each project. So, there's various projects within each of the 4 units that build upon the next. And then actually this kit will come with both a teacher edition and a student edition workbook. So the teacher edition will have some blue text in there that gives them opportunities to expand upon projects and just gives them ideas to keep working.
And as far as builds too, it comes with 3 different projects, but the instructor kit comes with the build kit to build out the RiQ robot, but it also comes with a learning platform, so you can build out basically an intro to programming platform. Mm-hmm. So it gives them kind of that extra little step for those kids just starting out to learn how to manipulate the motors and learn how to utilize the brain in a more simplified fashion. So please, if you have some more questions, please keep them coming. We'd like to hear.
Thanks for that, Sylvia.
Trisha McCauley actually wants to know, just to make sure the educator's kit comes with everything in the retail kit plus more?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the educator package comes not only with the curriculum, but it also comes with the 2 builds, the basic RiQ as well as the intro to programming builder kit.
We call it the motor testing station, and that's what they get into in Unit 1. So that's when they'll really learn how to actually start connecting to motors and gears and how that works with the Cortex as well.
All right, and Heather Gayton actually wants to know, Gayton, can you program a robot with an iPad?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Yeah, the software that the Cortex software runs on iOS, mm-hmm. So you can use your iPad, any iOS basically enabled device. But yeah, you definitely your Apple tablet to program, to compile, and to run the device from it.
Yeah, the only thing with Apple is that because they run on low energy Bluetooth, we've provided a special dongle available, so you may have to purchase that, but that's just because it's a little bit different.
Well, that actually comes with the kit. You just have to specify that in your order.
Oh,
just specify
right.
that you have an iOS device, and we will ship it with the Bluetooth low energy dongle.
Right.
All right. Courtney Murray wonders, if you order more than one educator kit, is there a discount per unit?
You know, I don't know if we're the ones that would be able to answer that question, but at this point, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure we've made the price as low as possible just to make it affordable to as many people as possible.
Yeah. But that is a question that if you'd like, you can send in an email and let us know your quantity that you're looking at, and then we can definitely tell from there whether or not we'd be able to provide a quantity discount.
All right, and Trish McCauley actually wonders, do you need two different versions of the dongle if you have both Apple iPads and PC computers that you would like to use? And I think she means PC computer with an Apple iPad.
Oh, well, with your PC computer, you can actually use a USB cable, but the Bluetooth Low Energy dongle does require that specific iOS device. So if you have an Apple iPad, utilize the Bluetooth for programming with that, and you can use the USB dongle or the USB cord to program with your PC.
Wonderful. Colin Irby actually wonders, can you make this a battle bot?
Oh, of course you can.
You definitely can make this a battle bot. And
Yeah.
actually, in our lab, that's one of the challenges that the students do. We actually call it sumo bots. Yeah. In which we have two bots battle it out and try and push the other one outside the circle. Yeah.
All right, I think that's it for questions.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you guys for attending our webinar. And
I believe it's time to choose a winner.
do the drawing?
Yeah.
Before we do the drawing, though, we do have another webinar coming up, December 14th.
Right, thank you.
Yes.
And so that is actually, if you want more in-depth information on this Discover Robotics educator package. So we'll be spending about 45 minutes going into that, and then we'll also welcome more questions. So if you know of anyone else that would like to learn more about this, be sure to sign up for December 14th.
All right. And in just a second here, we'll get our winner and announce them over the station here. Oh, drum roll here.
Drum roll.
Our winner today is Shell Atchley.
Shell Atchley.
Shell Atchley.
Congratulations, Shell.
You will be getting one of these in the mail very soon.
We'll be reaching out to her.
Yes, we'll reach out to you, get all your information.
Yeah. So thank you guys again for showing up. And Shell, if you'd like, feel free to do an open box, an opening of the RiQ when you get it, and put it on YouTube. If you want.
And one more thing, we just made a wonderful holiday video called Jingle Box, featuring our one and only RiQ. It's hilarious. We show you the link on the very last slide here, so if you get a chance, we'd love if you check it out. And I think that about concludes everything.
Thank you guys again.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today.
Have a great holiday season.